Welcome back to another episode of Midwest Family Outdoor Adventures. This week we are headed up north to the Deer Shack for the 2024 Minnesota Deer Opener. It was a weekend filled with great memories, lots of time spent in the woods, and of course the highs and lows of deer hunting. So come along and join us on this next adventure in the great outdoors. Alright guys, we are headed up north for the 2024 Fall Rifle Opener here in Minnesota. This guy next to me you've seen, he's a pretty familiar face in our videos. We are headed up to the shack, probably be up there in about 5 hours or so. We'll stop for a little gas, maybe get some food, and then be joining my dad, who you haven't met yet. He will be your first time seeing him on the channel, and then see my Uncle Danny again, who you've seen in multiple videos as well. We'll catch up with you guys as we get closer. All right guys, we are a little over halfway to the Deer Shack, and we are driving through a town called Wadena. It's in northern Minnesota, and you might be wondering what's so special about Wadena. Well, we unfortunately a few weeks ago lost somebody that's very special to us, John Campbell. He grew up in northern Minnesota. He played for the Minnesota Gophers, Minnesota Vikings, and just had a tremendous impact on mine and Kyle's lives, and many lives. He was a strong man of faith and really spread the gospel to a lot of people, and we are definitely going to miss him. But it's always special when we drive through this town because this is where he's from. Small kid from northern Minnesota, made it all the way to the NFL, and it's just extra special driving through this time because he's not here with us anymore. So just wanted to recognize him and say we miss you, John, and thinking about you as we head through your hometown. All right guys, we are here. We made it. Favorite place on earth. We are at the Deer Shack up north here. We were here a couple weeks ago. As you guys saw, leaves are off the trees. That's what we want to see for rifle opener. There we are. We're gonna go ahead and get unpacked here, get things all set up, and then we will chat with you guys a little bit later. But it feels good to be back up at the shack for rifle opener. All right guys, like I told you, we were up here before. So if you saw our previous episode, we were up with the kids for our fall trip to the shack. This is our Bucksville mayor and city council right here. So as you can see here, the two finest politicians we have. Kyle, boom, yours truly is the mayor, and Tyler, I shot a deer last year, so I was on the city council. Kyle, as I showed you earlier, gets the special privilege of having his rifle up on the custom gun holder there for the weekend. So there he is. Boom. Another tradition for rifle opening weekend. Kyle, is that your first time you've been the mayor?
First time, baby.
Wow, look at that. It's official, guys. It is up there. There they are. Hey, the men, the myth, the legends. How we doing, guys? Good to see you, Dad. Good to see you, Dad. Say hi to everybody. This is my dad right here, Mark.
Hey, we just got back from being out at our deer stands, and we're all set for Saturday morning.
Ready to go.
Ready to rock.
You've seen that guy in a few episodes before.
Yeah.
How you doing, Swain?
Good
to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, we're back at the shack.
Good.
Good.
Trails open. We made
Perfect.
Sure all the trails were open.
Heck yeah.
He needs a Z-Pack, though. But
Do you? Oh, bummer.
Wow.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
That'll happen. All right, guys, good morning. We didn't get any footage yesterday. My apologies. We got up here, got set up, had a bonfire going, and just kind of chatted. We're up this morning. There's Sven or Denny. We are getting ready for the day. We're gonna making bacon, so a lot of times what we'll do up here is we'll get breakfast pre-made. You know, we'll make the eggs the morning of, but we try to do pre-make stuff so we can get kind of a good breakfast sustenance-wise before we go out to the stand, and it's quicker because we got to get up in the morning and get stuff ready. And we're gonna go out to the gravel pit. You guys saw that in the episode where we were taking the kids out there riding. We're gonna go try to just sight in a few more guns we didn't get to that weekend, and then take care of a few shot peeping items and kind of get ready for the rifle opener tomorrow. Most important part is Fabio's over here. He's got to take a shower.
That's right,
so,
man.
Clean up. Tell him here's the.
Here, watch that bag in. I'm gonna go show him the custom shower house we got. Oh yeah, here. Oh, yeah. Step one.
Take him. This is our hot water supply for the shower.
Right here. So we heat up water, and then we got our custom-made fertilizer. I'll show you.
And I want you to take him with you so that he actually gets it cleaned out and gets the propane.
Okay.
Otherwise, he'll be standing in here 20 minutes from now.
Oh, then you gotta watch the bacon.
Take him with you.
And that's the third time he's told me that.
That's right. Yeah.
Take him with you.
I'll get the broom.
All right, so we're out here, and we used to have one of those little satellite porta potties that you see like at construction job sites that just sat right here, and that thing was cold when it was like below negative temps out here in the morning. Those are the old days. Now we're spoiled and have the outhouse here. So got this propane heater. We did dig a big hole so we have an house, but then we have the shower insert, so we'll get this thing all set up like a sauna with the heater, and then you can take a shower and the water just drains out. We have a pipe that goes the outside, and then you can be fresh and squeaky clean for after a few days of deer hunting here.
And we built this nice outhouse, warm outhouse, after we had a year where it was 16 below zero in the morning, and sitting in that old outhouse, you didn't take very long to get your business done.
Yeah, no, that was chilly that year.
Oh, that was cold.
All right, Deer Camp 2024. I'm going to step into my Ranger Polaris right now, and it's been had a little trouble starting. It's been doing a lot better lately, but here's the deal. I'm going to get in there, and if it pops off right away, that means Mark Graff is going to shoot a nice big buck this weekend. But if it doesn't start, then I'm loading it up on the trailer and heading home, because that means I'm not going to be getting a deer. So here we go.
All right,
here we go.
Let's see it.
That's extreme.
Oh, big buck down.
There it is. It's going to be 10, 12, 14 point buck. Bring it.
Nice. All right, everybody, it is a beautiful Friday morning out here, the day before rifle opener in Minnesota. A little warmer than normal. It's gonna be about 50 degrees today, but it's just absolutely gorgeous out here. So you guys saw us out here a few weeks ago. This is where the kids were ripping around on the four-wheelers and having a good time and doing a little shooting. Danny, Kyle, my dad are just getting the targets all set up here. We're gonna just make sure the rifles are sighted on and nothing got bumped or needs to be adjusted beforehand, but doing out here at the gravel pit, and then obviously we won't disturb the woods where we hunt and kind of keep those quiet for tomorrow morning. But here we go. Guys, so we got the gun sighted in. We are back at the shack. So part of deer camp the day before is we just get everything prepped. So you guys can see here, we are all just getting our bags ready to go. So we calls, lights, batteries, make sure the knives are sharpened. Yeah, kind of redundancy with some gear. We're not going to be out in the middle of nowhere, so we can come back to the shack if we need anything, but it's just nice to try to prep yourself so you have backups in place if you need them.
7 miles to the...
It is. It's a little bit of a distance.
It's a
Yeah,
ways.
a little bit of a distance. All right, Dennis. Let's get your bath and boot. Here. Let's see.
When it's 32 degrees, I don't want cold tootsies.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go. Dennis isn't gonna get cold.
No,
There we go.
they work, man.
I love it.
Love it.
Love it. Kyle, you
I'd be
ready?
comfy
Deer
in the
opener
deer stand.
2024.
Ready?
Casey, deer opener
Musky
20. Ready?
opener.
He's gonna catch some muskies. All right. There we are. It is morning time. There's Graff back there.
Hey, all I know is my fingers crooked.
He's trying not to pass out and fall from being dizzy. All right, here we go. Can't even see Kyle. Kyle, where'd your body go? I just see your head.
Elusive.
Outside of shooting big deer, what's your favorite part of deer camp?
Oh, the camaraderie, of course.
Yeah?
That's right.
Perfect.
Doing this.
Doing this.
I'll be happy with
Tates, outside of shooting a big buck, what's your favorite part of deer camp?
Same thing. Camaraderie.
Spending time together with family?
See.
Swen,
Yes.
you've hunted the longest out of all of us. Outside of shooting big bucks, what's your favorite part of deer camp? What would you suggest others to get into it, even if they're not into the main hunting aspect? What's
opening morning, getting in your deer stand, and probably just that feeling of being in the woods and watching it come alive. And
yeah.
yeah, today I'm going to a stand I probably haven't sat in it for 10 years.
Yep.
Down in the swamp, 8 years maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sit down there, and we put up a ladder stand down there. It's a funnel between 2 swamps. And I had always been up on the ridge for the last 8 years. I put a stand up on an oak ridge, which is good, but
Yeah.
has been slow the last few years. So I thought I'm gonna try something different.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to just sit down there again.
Guys, final gear load, getting ready to head out there. We are gonna head out to our spot where we hunt. You guys saw in the previous video with the kiddos, we were getting some of our stuff ready for our stands and get my uncle's portable ready to go. But yeah, we are heading out. Gosh, my favorite time of year. I love just sitting in the stand, and kind of a reset for me. I like sitting up there just thinking about what happened the previous year, what I could do better, what went great, and just some good time to reflect. And obviously, ultimately our goal is to get some deer, but just some great time alone in the woods. I don't think a lot of people get that or have had that and understand what it's like. Sitting out there is unbelievable. You're in the middle of the stillness. It is cool, but you can dress warm for that and be comfortable, and yeah, you just get time to yourself and reflect, no distractions. It's great. I really love that aspect of it, almost as much as I do the hunting part. So we'll catch you guys when we get out there. Tells you guys, this is by far the scariest part of deer hunting right here. Big black in the woods, and you're walking to your stand. Definitely gets your blood pumping, that's for sure. Yes, the camera is still on. Can't see anything. Perfect. Alright guys, it is about 5 after 8 on opening morning here. Been pretty slow so far. I haven't seen a ton of stuff. I saw a mink come through earlier. That was pretty cool. So there was a mink walking through. I don't think I've seen that up here since I've hunted. I've seen turkeys, wolves, other animals, but obviously plenty of squirrels. But I've not seen a mink, so that was kind of fun. I had a big group of geese fly over, right within range. That was really cool. Beautiful, peaceful, still morning out here. I'm just scanning the woods, enjoying the peace and quiet. Alright, well, we got in the stand kind of late this morning, and so it was right at shooting time when I climbed in the stand. I had three deer to the south of me, but they were pretty far away. I assume one of them was a buck chasing the 2 does, but I couldn't get a good look at him. And honestly, my biggest dilemma right now is that it's 8:14, and I really trying to decide when I should eat my little Debbie. I might give it another hour or so, and then the little Debbie's coming out. We'll keep you posted. Alright, it's about 8:30, and I want to share with you a really important deer hunting tradition if you've never been deer hunting. Little Debbie's treats. This is an oatmeal cream pie. It's your cup of coffee. Can't beat it. It's the best. I don't get these the rest of the year, but during deer hunting season, man, nothing like eating these in the middle of the woods during deer hunting. Cheers. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes since I last recorded. I figured I haven't had any coffee yet, so I poured myself some coffee. And what goes better with coffee? A little Debbie. So we're buzzing into it now.
sure. I just smoked a good buck. He came down from that ridge, chasing a doe right through here. I put the hammer down on him right up that ridge. I'm pretty sure I watched him fall over, so I'm gonna go over there, ease my way over that ridge, and see if I got a dead buck laying over there. Said a quick prayer before I got out of my stand. So let's get over there and see what we got. Well, that's a good sign. I could see blood pouring out of him. This is where I shot right here. You can see some hair. Nice. He crashed here once. Looks like good red blood. Yeah. Shouldn't be too far up here. Might have put that one right in the pump house. See if we got a deer right over this ridge. Blood trail, blood trail. Oh yeah. He down. Buck down. So what you want to see? Leading right up to a buck. Pretty good deer. 2024 deer. Yeah, look at that. Extra point there off the brow. He's been rubbing. You can smell the pine on his antlers. My ladder just over that ridge right there. Really good funnel comes off of that ridge. Good funnel comes right up to me, and then there's this ridge that he died on. This ridge goes for almost 2 miles east and west, and the bucks like to travel that ridge along this slough here, and then there's another slough farther east of me. So it's a pretty good little spot. Better get to some work, because I think I gotta gut this deer up quick and then go help my dad. Sounds like he's got one on the ground, so not gonna complain about opening day today. Beautiful out. God bless me with a nice buck. Can't complain at all. Grandpa Neil's old 30-06. Put the smack down on the buck. Heck yeah. Stay tuned. Hopefully the other boys get some action. We're hitting a rut perfect up here right now, so real good. There's Denny up in his stand down by the swamp. Go check out his buck that he shot. I got mine all gutted, ready to drag out to the wheelers here in a little bit. Let's go check on what Denny has. He said he's got a buck down. It's my old swamp stand right there. Here's Denny.
10 minutes ago, I had a full deer come up that tree.
Awesome.
Up here, up behind me, downwind of me, and never smelt me. He went out into the grass.
Cool.
I thought maybe you might bump him, and I was kind of watching, but he was just right 10 yards down there.
Cool.
I've had deer from 8 till now. I've had, what did I have? Six deer come through.
Perfect.
3 bucks and 3 does.
Really? Yeah, the buck I shot, he was chasing.
He was chasing too.
Oh yeah.
All these are, well, that one wasn't, but the other 2 were.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
He's 9.
9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What'd you get?
10.
Where's he at?
He's up over here about 50 yards.
All right, let's go check him out. Well, congrats.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice work.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
God, it's like the good old days, man. It's fun. I love it when they're chasing like this.
Yeah, I think the later season this year helped us. Going to get Denny's buck out of the woods here. Oh yeah, there he is.
Get him right through the heart and the lungs.
Cool.
He just dropped right there.
Oh yeah. No wasted meat either. Nice.
Nice meat.
Yeah. Awesome.
He dropped quick. There was, you could tell it was a long shot because there was steam
Yeah.
coming out of the shot.
Very cool. Nice work, Dad.
Yeah, that's awesome. 10 point, two and a half year old, I'm guessing.
Yep.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Awesome. Congrats.
Yeah. You too. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I just had probably a nice 8-pointer cruising through. They're definitely chasing those right now. Denny and Dates both have bucks down, so that's great. They're not moving slow. They are cruising looking for does. So I had one come through too far to shoot, and I just send him some grunts and then a few snore wheezes. So we'll see if we can get him to backtrack and turn around to investigate. But yeah, definitely good to see some good bucks. Congrats, boys. Yeah. Nice. Congratulations, buddy.
Sure. How you feeling?
Congrats, Denny.
Yeah, you bet.
Awesome. Good to hear all that shooting.
Yeah,
It's been crazy this morning.
There's deer.
So what happened?
Deer running off.
Oh,
Yeah, mine was chasing a doe.
was it? Okay. That buck.
Chased the doe. The doe came like 30 yards from me.
Okay.
And he was probably 50 yards, and he wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
He stopped 3 times, I should say. But every time it was behind a tree. I couldn't get a clear shot at his vitals. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get a shot at this, because she was already downwind of me.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this
Just waiting
is
for
not
it to
gonna
blow.
happen.
She's gonna blow.
Yep.
And then I'm trying to get him to stop, and he wasn't stopping, so I just pulled it in front of him in an opening, and as soon as he came in there, I pulled the trigger. Well, I missed. I hit the tree, or hit him.
Yeah. I
And
had
then,
to
then he bounded up the ridge, and I leaned on my shooting rail on my ladder, and the only shot I had was when I was leaning like this, and I just pulled the trigger, and yeah, he was just running dead. He ran over the ridge and fell over.
Mine, I ended up having 6 deer come by me. But anyway, she's prancing. She wasn't just walking. And then she stopped, and then she walked through my shooting lane, and then she turned and went out into the swamp. And the whole time she had her tail up, and I thought, oh, I know what's going on. She's got a buck chasing her. She's in that stage. And then the fawn followed her. Well, then all of a sudden I see a big deer out in the swamp, and I'm assuming it was a buck because it went up and met with them. Sure. And then they went out in the swamp. I couldn't get a shot, and I said, dang it. And then if she went to turn and went out there, it would have followed her up in my shooting lane. Well, anyways, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, probably another 15 minutes, I hear over on that side, I heard a little leaf sound, so I look, see, oh, it's a deer. He's coming down that skidder trail or wheeler trail. And I thought it was a buck, so I just got ahead of him, found a clear opening, and when he hit it right where that trail that comes by my stand meets that. Yeah. I don't know if he was going to turn on the trail, but he dropped right on that trail.
Sweet.
I shot him, and he just folded, which is not always nice.
Feels good.
Yeah. All right, I just had lunch a little while ago, and I'm back in the stand, and so I figured it'd be a good time to show you some of the features of my deer stand. First off, I got a wonderful entryway, climbing pegs, and then we can move down to this very comfortable seat. Great for sitting for long periods of time. Your butt does hurt after a while, so then you just stand back up. Also, some of the organizational features. Got this nice hook for my gun. Keeps it out of the way, easy access. And then also a nice hook for my backpack here. So it's easy access for the little debbies, the important stuff. New feature for this year
is this nice beam. We've added some rustic beams, and we're just praying that it doesn't fall and kill me. That was added on at some point this summer. We will be fixing that next spring. Please don't kill me. Not like this. Not like this.
Hey guys, we are back in the stand. Ended up, as you guys saw, going back for a little bit of lunch and getting the story from Denny and Tate's, and they're gonna go recover their deer now and get them back to the rangers. But Kyle and I went back in our stand, and we're gonna see if we can get it done here in the second half of the day. Again, opening day here in Minnesota, northern Minnesota. So we'll keep you updated. Lots of deer moving today, as you heard Denny and Tate's talk about. Kyle and I have both seen a deer, at least two. So hoping we can get it done here. Yeah, but it's nice to see deer moving. A lot of shooting today, and that's been great. Definitely encouraging to hear the amount of shooting we have today. I haven't heard that in years. So lots of positive signs that the deer numbers are up. But yeah, we'll check in a little bit later. I'm losing my willpower. It's almost 3 o'clock. I haven't seen a deer in 3 days. Okay, maybe it's been like 3 hours. I'm barely surviving. I'm almost out of rations. My last little Debbie. Right there. If I don't make it, Randy, I love you. James and Evan, I love you. We'll report back later.
Who ordered the rain? There should be snow.
Well, it just started raining out now. It's about 3:15, and still haven't seen any deer. I gotta get my limited gray squirrel though, a long time ago. They've definitely been prevalent, but yeah, definitely been a slow afternoon so far. But that's hunting. Just beautiful, still being out here and enjoying nature and just the stillness and quietness. So hopefully things move a little bit later here. All right, we're back at camp. We are getting the deer hung up. Denny got a 3-year-old 10-pointer, and Kay got 8 or 9-pointer about the same year. So just getting them strung up, gonna make some dinner, and then get ready for bed.
It was a bigger deer. I couldn't. Tyler's had 1/8 when they couldn't get a shot at.
Hendrix bacon bugs?
Out there.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Most important part of the trip right here, visibility.
Visibility.
Denny's
Put
putting
your
in.
contacts.
They
in.
worked yesterday. What contact brand is that, Denny? We'll do a little advertisement here.
Don't know.
Casey, you got some good mustard recipes for later?
I'll be able to pick one out.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, we got him sitting down so he doesn't get too dizzy.
That's
yet,
right.
And then we'll get him up in the deer stand later. It is day 2. Minnesota rifle opener over here. He's done sleeping.
I'm done
He's going to be out
sleeping.
there this morning.
Hey, I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds to get ready. Get out in that side-by-side, because we gotta roll.
All right, we'll get ready. We got to get dressed and get out there. We got out there a little bit late yesterday, so we're going to get a little bit early start. Good morning, guys. It is day 2. We are in stand again, and the sun's, it's almost sunrise. We've been able to shoot now for about 15 minutes. Another calm, unseasonably warm morning. It's fine. It's about 45 degrees. I think the high today is in the low 50s, so warmer than we typically like to see it, but can't complain about being comfortable in the stand. My dad is out here today. Yesterday he was feeling pretty dizzy, so he did not make it out yesterday. Today he's better, and he's in the stand, so I'm hoping he can get something done. And then Kyle's on stand today. Taylor, my cousin, he actually went out with Casey. They're out musky fishing, so Tay took a camera with them, and hopefully they get some good footage of that to share with you guys. There's a lake up by us that is a well-known musky lake, especially this time of year when the muskie are putting the feed bag on to get ready for winter. So yeah, just another great day out here in the woods. Feel super blessed to be able to do this and share time with friends and family and
just think back all the years of hunting I've had out here. And now we have Kyle, who, I don't know if I've mentioned in previous videos, he hadn't hunted at all 6 years ago, and now he pheasant hunts, bow hunts. You guys have seen it, duck hunts, grouse hunts, deer hunts. So, yeah, you just got to get started. You know, start small. There's lots of groups on Facebook. If you're curious about how to get started, you know, don't hesitate to send me a message directly, and I'd be happy to help you out with that, just to point you in the direction of some spots to check where you live at, because it's yeah, nothing like it. Great time out here, and obviously the source of food is doesn't get much cleaner than that, wild animals. So we'll do a video later too about showing you guys how we process all of our wild game. And we've been doing that now for about 4 or 5 years, and so we process it all ourselves. And another fun event with the family. And each year we do that, it gets a little better, and we learn a little bit more. And so yeah, we weren't experts at that either. We just decided to start, and I had a few tips from a close friend of mine, and then each year we get better and better. But it's just a great time to be out here. It's about 10:15. We just had a buck come through, way off in the distance, maybe 200 plus yards away. So I didn't have a good shot at him, but he was cruising with his nose down. So, and he's heading towards Kyle's stand. So hopefully Kyle's looking that direction and is able to see him. I can get the deal done. But yeah, it's almost the same time that buck, that 8-pointer, came through yesterday, and I couldn't quite tell if it was the same deer, but very well could have been similar coloring and stuff. So hopefully he walks by Kyle.
Still no deer.
Boom, baby, boom.
I'm mad that I'm making noise and stuff, but guess your heart pumping is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I kind of thought it was a snake at first.
So I would take it, put the thumb on there, put a little pressure on it, and just keep pulling on it. And then if you get it and just you feel it swimming away, you just take this, close it, and then follow it and set the hook.
Should I set the hook line?
Yeah,
Right there?
take it right now.
Right now.
Yeah, got him?
Mm-hmm.
Keep reeling. Oh yeah, there we go.
Nice work, dude.
Still got the sucker and everything.
According to my first muskie, I'll take this one for show.
Tie this rope. I was a little worried that that thing was off when it, like I was pulling it, and I'm like, it feels like there's weight there, but like it's not actually doing anything. I was just slowly pulling the muskie towards the boat, and then all of a sudden I could see the muskie with the sucker T-boned in its mouth.
Not the 54-incher that I was expecting, you know, but
Put her in the bum. 49.
49.
Yeah, she's a lot bigger than I thought. There we go. Turn that way.
49-incher?
50.
I'll take it. I'm not mad at all. I'm grinning from ear to ear.
Now, do it all over again.
Yeah.
We still got the sucker back too.
Alright guys, just got back in stand. I we just had a great lunch. Made some broadside, which is kind of nice. It's a warm lunch, so you're not having to eat cold sandwiches all the time. It's about 1:20 right now, and hoping that we can get a little bit more movement in the evening right now. Right now it's just a symphony of squirrels. Been the same thing all day today, so not a whole lot moving in the woods right now, but our temp's supposed to drop, and it's supposed to be really windy overnight, so hopefully that gets them up and moving for the evening here. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow morning, but yeah, we're back in stand. Hopefully we can get it done here this afternoon on second day. Dave's got a 49-inch muskie, so that's pretty sweet. He's got footage of that, so we'll show that to you guys. But yeah, pretty exciting that he was able to get that done. So yeah, been a great weekend for him for sure. All of us, it's a great weekend. But yeah, got his buck yesterday and a big old muskie today, so nothing wrong with that.
Morning, day 3 here at Deer Camp. It is IT hour. We are in the line to go use the facilities. Oh, Tay's heading out. Godspeed, Tay.
I just turned the heat.
You made it.
off.
Kyle, what's gonna happen today? We gonna get it done?
We are gonna get it done for
Okay.
sure. We have to.
Yep. We had 2 takes filled. Dad dropped a buck late last night. We decided to back out, and Danny and him were gonna look for it this morning. It was nice and cold last night, so everything will be okay meat-wise. Casey, the muskie slayer, you head home today?
Yep.
Yep.
Musky Slayer.
That was a delicious muskie we ate last night. That was fantastic. Kidding. All right, Danny, you ready?
I'm ready. We're gonna go out and find that buck your dad shot.
Right.
I'm confident. I think he got it.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. 2 more takes to fill, and then we will come back and celebrate tonight. All right, guys, we got the Rangers warming up. They're getting ready to go here. Kind of just some final gear prep. Guys are getting gear packed. Casey, see his boat and stuff over there. He's heading out home. He's not going to go out fishing today. It's going to be a little windy and a little chillier today, and he's had a couple really good days in a row. So as you can see, we got a couple bucks hanging on the pole. Looking to add to that today. We got 3 more takes to fill. So, well, hopefully they can find the one my dad shot yesterday. He felt pretty good about it. Like I said, it was just right at last light, and with the cool temps overnight, we decided not to push the deer and bump it. So we came back, and Denny's gonna go sit with him today, and they're gonna head out and get after that buck early this morning and get him located. And yeah, so we'll go from there. About to head out to the Northwoods again for day 3.
Alright guys, it is morning time, and it is just about shooting time started about 10-15 minutes ago, so it's earlier in the morning. Hoping we can get it done. We on the drive out came across 2 down trees, and thankfully there was a group of guys in their truck. There's a shack out here that we've known for years, and they hunt out in the same similar area, and they thankfully a guy in the truck had a chainsaw. Normally we have one on us in the Ranger, we have one back at camp, but there was high winds last night and 2 big blowdowns right across our path where we take the Rangers to get out here, so we had to cut up a few trees and push those out of the way, so that got us a little bit behind, but we all made it in our stands thankfully, with plenty of time before first light here. So yeah, a little bit windier today, a little bit colder. So definitely got all the gear zipped up today, and we're hoping we can get some deer moving. Like I said earlier, probably in about 30-40 minutes or so, my dad and Uncle Denny are gonna go look for that buck that he shot yesterday. So hopefully that was a nice lethal hit, and there's no issues tracking that buck and getting them tagged. So we'll keep you guys updated as the day goes on here. We just got set up. I got down from my stand. We're doing a drive now. So I'm posted up here. My dad is this way, and Kyle is back that way. And so I'm up on a high ridge right now. We did a drive like this last year, and that's how I got my buck. So hoping that we can get things put together and connect with one here, but we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit.
Tay and Denny were able to push lots of deer towards our direction. I heard shooting from my left towards Kyle and shooting to my right towards my dad. Kyle successfully connected with a buck as I'm headed here to go check that out. Unfortunately, my dad had a gun malfunction on his end and was unable to connect with the dice buck that ran towards his direction.
Congrats, buddy. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He gave me another shot at him.
You did? Good. He
My
stopped?
first one was maybe a little bit more of a warning shot than anything else, and it kind of worked.
Sweet. He kind of stopped and was like, what's happening?
Yeah, and then because he was chasing a doe.
Yeah.
And they turned to go up this ridge, actually.
Okay.
So I shot, then she kept running, and he got all distracted for a second, stopped, and then he circled back around like he was trying to pick up her scent again or something, and so he circled back towards me. I'm sitting over here.
Yeah.
And so that's when I fired another round at him.
You're like, let him
Blew
have
out
it.
his front shoulder.
Oh,
and
I
then
see
he
that.
kept running this way. And I was like, he's probably going to die.
But send it.
I'm sending another one. So that's why there was 3 shots.
Yeah. Perfect. No, I
And
saw.
then I had my other magazine just in case. So I was like,
I know.
let's
That's,
go.
that's awesome.
And then let's go.
Get it, dude. Kelly, that's your man right there bringing home the groceries. He ain't scared. Let's go, Kyle.
And so they kind of went all the way around me, and then they were basically posturing to go right up that same, like the reverse of like going to that brush pile again.
Past your
And they started going up the hill, and that's when I fired, but he was like, basically his butt was to me. So I shot, missed, but then I think it like startled him, and so he stopped, and then he circled back around, and I couldn't see him for a second. She kept running off, and then he was like nose down again, I think trying to pick up the scent maybe 45 seconds after I shot. That's why there was such a long gap in between there.
I was wondering,
And then he circled around and actually came closer to me trying to pick up the scent.
And
that's when broadside, or through the shoulder. That's why I blew out his shoulder, and then he was running actually kind of towards me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's for sure gonna die. But then I watched him hobbling, and I was like, I'm gonna put another round in him. So that's when I fired the 3rd time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we are out in a different stand now. We are doing another drive. The last drive was successful, as you guys saw. Kyle got a buck, a nice little 6, so we have 2 tags left to fill, and I'm up in Denny's stand where he shot his 10-point on the first day. Oops, losing the camera there. And then Kyle's posted just to the right of me, probably about 200 yards, and then my dad is to the left of me about 200 yards, and Dave's gonna loop these 2 sloughs that are we're at right now and see if we can push stuff. I'm looking right at a funnel. I'll show this to you guys here. There's a slough to my right there, as you guys can see, and Kyle's over on that direction right there. And then in front of me, I have this funnel between another slough. You can kind of see through the trees there. My dad's going to be to the left facing out into that, and then Dave's going to walk all the way around and push these back down to the funnel. So it's really important when you're doing drives like this. They're a great way to have some good success, like you saw in the last one that was successful, Kyle, but you got to be very careful. Safety is vital, so everybody needs to know where everybody is. You need to know where your range of shooting is, because obviously when you have a guy driving, walking towards, you need to make sure that you're shooting where he's at all times when before you pull the trigger. Definitely don't want any accidents, so just make sure like I said, these drives are really successful. Gotta make sure you're being safe out here too, so hopefully we can get it done. Alright guys, I am up in Taylor's stand actually right now. The last drive we just did, unfortunately, didn't yield any results, but that's how it goes sometimes when you're out hunting. So I've never actually sat in Taylor's stand before in all the years we've been out here, so it's a nice stand. I'll show it to you guys here. You can kind of see it's between, there's a slough right there. There's kind of that funnel or pinch point in the middle, and there's another slough over to that side, so hoping that we can make something happen tonight. But yeah, nice little area. Real pretty scenery. I am not a big fan of heights, though, I'll be honest. honest with you. And this is a little bit higher than my stand, so we're breaking down some barriers today. It's going to be just fine. I'm telling myself that. And hoping that we have some deer moving through here. Denny's out doing another drive right now, kind of swinging wide to wind bump some of these deer to us. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Again, it's about getting closer to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so a couple and a half hours left. And we got 2 takes left to fill, so hopefully between my dad and I, we can get it done.
As the sun was beginning to set on our last day out in the North Woods, I looked over to my right and saw a doe walking down the same ridge that Tay had earlier shot his buck on opening day. I didn't have a doe tag, but man, it was just fun watching her in her natural element. She had no idea I was 20 to 30 yards from her. Obviously, the point of hunting is to go out and harvest an animal to bring meat home back to your family, but I'd be lying if I didn't enjoy this almost as equally watching this doe in her natural element. Deer are just such beautiful animals, and we are so grateful for the resource we have in the great state of Minnesota. As the sun was setting, I just was reflecting back on the great weekend we had and the memories I've made with my friends and family out in these woods over the years.
Right.
There we go, a little Monday Night Football. Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Tag is filled. His hair's clean. Johnson, there we go.
Johnsonville.
49-inch muskie.
Yep, 49-inch
Point buck.
Yep.
Oh, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Big goose egg over here.
Yeah.
Going home tomorrow to change that though. We'll check
yeah.
back in then. We're gonna head to bed. All right, guys, we are getting ready to head home here. We are, it's the last day and we're packed up, ready to go. Been a great trip. We are just doing a kind of final once over here. We're gonna head home, get unpacked, and I'm gonna sit with the kids right away back at home. Hopefully we can fill the tag then, and yeah, we'll have a good time. We're still gonna be hunting a lot the rest of the season, but the deer opener up at the shack here is coming to a close for us. Denny's gonna be hanging tight the week into next weekend, and hunting with Matt and Craig, a couple other guys with our party. So it's been great. We'll check in with you guys tonight when we get home. Okay, Kyle, so it's officially the end of your 5th year of hunting and you had never hunted before then. How would you describe it to people? What's your favorite part? What's the challenges?
I mean, there's no replacing the feeling of actually watching your deer drop. That's probably number one, which is kind of a given.
Yep.
But aside from that, the stillness of the woods, when you're out there and you're hearing everything wake up in the morning, that's just wild. What you get to see and hear, and you're just seeing and hearing things that you don't get to hear regularly. So that's probably my number 2.
Thank you guys for joining us on another adventure up north at the Deer Shack for the 2024 Minnesota Deer Rifle Opener. As you guys saw, we had a fantastic time, got a few deer, had a few heartbreaks there where we didn't quite capitalize where we thought on a few deer, but that's how hunting goes. It's just a fantastic time spending time with family and friends up in the North Woods. As you guys saw, we had a little surprise musky fishing this weekend as well, which is also a great cherry on top of the fantastic weekend we had. We're back home now, gonna get unpacked and then quickly get repacked because shortly we're gonna be headed back to South Dakota to try to fill a few of those tags that we weren't able to fill. If you guys tuned in for our mule deer hunting episode, and we're gonna be doing a little hunting back in South Dakota near my cousin Tay's place, or as you guys know him, Hollywood. And so we look forward to bringing you guys along on that journey as well. That episode will be available in a few weeks here. If you like this content and want to see more, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. Also click the little bell notification at the top of your screen so that you'll be made aware when future content is available. As always, someday isn't a day of the week, so make sure you get outdoors today.